Much like Kingdom Hearts HD 1.5 Remix, 2.5 Remix features 2 games in one movie. First up, we have the final mixed version of Kingdom Hearts 2. Kingdom Hearts 2 in a way feels like an entirely different game, mostly for better but slightly for worse. You still visit a variety of Disneylands, but there's more emphasis on the original Kingdom Hearts story this time around than just helping out Disney characters. This time you're going after a group known as Organization 13, the group that caused all the memory loss problems with Sora in the past games that you fought so hard to re-earn. They're also after the Kingdom Hearts, for reasons I won't say. You're still taking out the Heartless and resealing doors in different Disney worlds, but now you're dealing with a new set of enemies known as Nobodies, who are pretty much just white versions of the Heartless. They're not in any way harder to deal with. The delivery of this game is miles better than the original Kingdom Hearts. It's about 8 hours longer, clocking in around 33 hours, but doesn't feel nearly as long thanks to the near perfect pacing of this game that only hiccups towards the end when you have to fight through 90,000 boss battles to get to the credits, much like the original Kingdom Hearts. But the other 30 hours is fast paced, and despite the open world style like the original, feels much more linear and there's little to no backtracking at all, making the playthrough actually fun. You can play through this game without a guide easily as it doesn't waste your time. The game even does a great job most of the time stopping you from going in the wrong direction, reminding you where you should be going next in the world. And thankfully the AI and camera have greatly improved. The draw for most people is the Disney properties, and you won't be disappointed as you go to a variety of new locations to meet characters like Mulan and Jack Sparrow.
Captain Jack Sparrow, if you please.
Even finally going to places of characters you met in past games like Beast Castle. And the Gummy Ship part is back and somehow worse than last time. Seriously, get rid of them. They're still not fun. There are a handful of locations from the past games too, such as Atlantica and Halloween Town, but they all feel fresh and tell new stories of the characters. Even during the second half of the game when you have to revisit each location all over again, the game still manages to deliver a fresh experience each time. The delivery of the story isn't the only thing that got a makeover. Unfortunately, the gameplay style did as well. The original Kingdom Hearts had a great deal of 3D platforming elements, epic boss battles, and a Witcher 3 style combat system where it was all about strategy, dodging, attacks, and parrying. Kingdom Hearts 2 has practically erased all the 3D platforming elements and turned this more into a baby's first God of War game. It's heavily hack and slashing, and combat encounters are insanely easy compared to the original, which is a shame because it kills all satisfaction. They also got rid of the ability to roll and high jump outside of this new system called a drive form. You literally have to fill up a meter to be able to roll in combat. Awful idea, and makes it feel slow and again hack and slashy like a God of War game rather than fast and fluent like a Witcher 3 style. And the boss battles here aren't these epic showdowns with villains. You're fighting generic heartless bosses for the most part and members of Organization 13. There are also a ton of God of War style QuickTime events thrown in here. And the game adds time trials and other gimmicks to encounters rather than having unique showdowns the original had. There's nothing memorable in the gameplay, and the boss battles are forgettable. Sure, it's more fun to go through Kingdom Hearts 2 than Kingdom Hearts 1, but the original Kingdom Hearts felt much more satisfying to get through. A mix of the two when you have a perfect game. You just feel too handcuffed here. The game chooses when you can and can't use your drive forms. It chooses when you can and can't call in a summon. It locks off simple abilities like rolling. The new MP gauge is one line instead of broken up, leading to a lot of guesswork when using the magic, which honestly discouraged me from using it at all. But despite all this, the story still pulled me through. The charm of the Disney worlds and characters, it all pulled me through. This is my favorite Kingdom Hearts game so far. I just hope to see a marriage of 1 and 2 in Kingdom Hearts 3. Then we have the final mixed version of Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. Birth by Sleep is a prequel to the original Kingdom Hearts that reveals the importance of Sora, Riku, and Kairi. Here you actually play as 3 different characters, Terra, Ventus, and Aqua, 3 wannabe Keyblade masters. You get to choose which order you play their stories in. I suggest playing them in the order from top to bottom. Each of their stories lasts around 8 hours each, bringing the game to around 24 hours, not including the secret ending, which getting to could take you beyond 30 in total. And while each of the characters revisit the same locations, they each not only see different sections of the world you visit, but they meet different characters and all have their own unique storylines and cutscenes, making the journey through all 3 characters' stories fresh and well worth it. Even better, Birth by Sleep actually feels standalone as it introduces new Disney worlds and characters, really only revisiting 3 places from past games. It feels just as fresh as the Kingdom Hearts 2 jump. And remember how I said I'd love to see a marriage between Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 and Kingdom Hearts 3? Well, that marriage is here. Not only is there a straightforward path and a great indication of where to go to progress the story, but the combat is more skill-based like the original Kingdom Hearts rather than hack and slashy like Kingdom Hearts 2. Things are a bit different though, as they kinda took a page out of the Chain of Memories book where you have to build a deck of special attacks and magic, which adds another layer of strategy. You can do normal attacks all you want, but you have to quickly scroll through your special attacks and items in a deck of limited slots. You can pick up new spells and attacks from enemy drops, chests, and stores, and a combination of these attacks can put you into one of various Super Saiyan type forms called combat styles that temporarily boost your attacks and allows you to try to build up to a powerful move, as well as a cool shot lock system where you can lock onto enemies and release a pulse of attacks, really useful for bosses that fly across the screen and groups of smaller enemies. And you're also on your own here for the most part, no Donald and Goofy by your side, but some characters will occasionally but rarely join your party. And you can de-link with characters you run across, which allows you to use their moves during battle. But much like Kingdom Hearts 2, you feel pretty handcuffed with this ability, as sometimes it's locked off and sometimes it's not. It's unpredictable, so don't rely on it. The bosses' encounters are miles better than Kingdom Hearts 2, going back to the roots of epic showdowns and dodging and blocking incoming attacks. But in Kingdom Hearts fashion, there are insanely annoying difficulty spikes toward the end of each of the characters' stories. The game never wants to end, and it just throws boss after boss at you who are 1,000,000 times harder than anything you fought the entire game and kills all flow. Normally I don't mind as much, I still mind, but it's worse here because again, you're playing through the story 3 different times to piece it all together. The boss encounters are all different, but each character goes through this insane difficulty spike at or near the end, especially Aqua. Her toughest boss isn't even the final one. It's before the final showdowns and was the first time in Kingdom Hearts history I had to step away and go grind a few levels and come back. Difficulty spikes are annoying, and the spikes here really left a bad taste in my mouth of what otherwise is a really cool and charming Disney and Kingdom Hearts adventure. It doesn't quite take the crown from Kingdom Hearts 2 as my favorite game in the series, but it came pretty close, and even put its fingers on the crown a few times during my journey towards the credits, and in my opinion, while not my favorite game in the series, Birth by Sleep is the best game in the series and is a must play. Finally, we have the remix version of Kingdom Hearts Coded. Kingdom Hearts Recoded is a 3-hour movie version of the Nintendo DS game. It's a sequel to Kingdom Hearts 2, but it's basically just a recap of Kingdom Hearts 1 and Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories. Mickey is trying to refill Jiminy Cricket's journal that got swiped in Castle Oblivion by using a digital version of Sora. That's how little this story matters. Because of this, you'll be just fine by watching the first few chapters and the final few chapters in Chapter Select, as they set up what's to come and do add a bit of closure. Kingdom Hearts HD 2.5 Remix doesn't feel as meaty as 1.5 Remix because of the weak coded story, but offers easily the best games in the series and is a great continuation of a beautiful story. I give Kingdom Hearts HD 2.5 Remix an 8.5 out of 10. If you played Kingdom Hearts HD 2.5 Remix, tell me what you thought about it down in the comment section below. If you haven't played it, tell me if you plan on picking it up. Thumbs up if you liked the video, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and thanks for watching.
Are you still here? Why don't you oogie on back where you came from? You're cramping my style!